back again with the Infinite Magicraid. And this one's going to be a quick one, and it's kind of like a word of warning. Do not do what I do. Because I was slightly withheld in progression and different things, and I had to kind of alter what I was doing because there's one thing that I did not take into account. And that is when you do a Space Temple mission, if your champions die, you cannot use them afterwards. I did not know that, and it cost me dearly. So quicksand shock, the very last battle before the chest. I was just away to collect it. I had one more battle to go, and it was basically the boss. And he killed my Asindo. So I'll show you the champions that fell prey. So if we go to hero, so Asindo was there. I believe Dario was there. Space was there. I believe Eden was there, and maybe Lutz was there. Now when they died, I had other champions. I had Hisaru and like Selder and some other champions that are at level 100. So I put them in, and some of their gear was 8 or enhanced level 12. My full completely, and then they died, and effectively after the boss basically whooped 2 teams that I had, the only thing I had left, believe it or not, was level 1 4-star epics. So I had to effectively stop, pardon me, stop what I was doing and start building epics, build a new team. Now I got kind of lucky in the fact that if the boss had any more HP, I would have been literally up shit creek. I should have just left the battle when I was dying and not let the battle register, because I could have changed gear, changed formation. I could have checked the sets, but it forced me to work on other champions. So I have seen things online about Reeves, and I'm interested to try him out. So I took him all the way to 1-star awakened. Gave him some, I can't remember what gear he had, but the bleed counter attack was quite handy. I also had to build this guy here, even though it's the boss or his minion. It takes 50% less damage when you try to use Terminator stuff on him because he's immune. I had to build one other champion. I'm not fussed that I had to build Maya, because Maya was kind of a godsend. Now I had to manual this fight multiple times. For other people, you might think, no, it's fine, I got past it. But for me, it sucked. It genuinely sucked. It made me think to myself, am I going to have to leave the server? Because if this team that I'm building now, or the champs that I've chose to build, like a support, I had the damage, I had some like dot, and I can debuff champions. If they die when they're built, effectively I'm going to be left with probably fucking rares and stuff. So it's had a stew, there's a bit stuck in my throat. So when I went back to it, the boss had 37% HP and he had 1 minion full HP. It took me 5 attempts to get through it. And the team that done it was Reeves, Maya, Mori, had Liz, and I believe we had Guna. Liz, did I put books into her? Who did I put books into? I believe it was maybe this dude here. I put books into him just for the damage. And maybe thinking, like, yeah, we know that if your champions die, you can't use them again. But I never. And the annoying thing was, the first like 5 chests, everything was fine. And it's something very small I overlooked that almost cost me dearly. Now, in saying this, it's just my hope is that if you watch this video and you heed this warning, maybe it won't happen to you. You'll see it, then you'll exit before the battle registers. You got all your max HP back, the boss will get his HP back, but at least you're alive. At least you still have your champions, because I would rather you do that than not understand the simple mechanic that I never understood, which was if your champion dies, you can't use them, and then be left with a pile of rares. After that, I spent like 30 million silver, fucking upgrading gear. I did a shitload of wishes, which is why most of my wishes were gone. I used potions. If I go here, I've done a lot of campaign. I've done a shitload of campaign. So if I go, I need to just take a look at him for a second. See the potions, how it's 439, 263, 375, 47 and 1. Yeah, that used to be a lot higher. That used to be a lot bloody higher. And it's just something that cost me daily. It cost me resources, cost me time. And it's just a mistake that I want nobody else to make. So it's, in a way, it's okay to lose. It's okay if you go in and you get kind of battered around, you've got 2 champions alive. Just exit, because you can go back in, you can maybe increase the speed, or you can take in a different support. You can take in a shield champion. You can alter your lineup. I'd rather you did that than go through, but I went through, which was contemplating leaving the server, because I really never saw a way past it. It took me 5 attempts this morning to get it done. God, I wish I had a screenshot. I had Maya on maybe like 50% HP, and I had this dude here, effectively on like 1 HP. I got rid of the boss, and I managed to take down his minion. It was so tense, because if all these champions died, it would have been game over. I would have been left with like Sopu. I would have been left with half of these champions I never had. I had to pull these. I'd just be left with rares. I'd be left with 2 stars, and they would have seriously, dramatically affected my progression. I mean, would I have carried on after that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can do campaign now. 11-10 on hard, I got smashed on, but it's okay, because I think I'm so close to completing the hard campaign. To do stage 10 on Doom Volcano, then I go to Demon Abyss, and then I think I'm going to just I'm thinking I'm just going to maybe work on the talent by way of work on the marks, work on getting their emblems, start working on gear, start understanding the game a little bit more, because it's my own fault that I made that mistake, or a little oversight. So I have been so focused on just progression, and I've just kind of been using the damage, solid damage, to get through it, where I now believe I need to really focus on the debuffs and stuff. So this video is just going to end now, so I've rambled on long enough. But if you're in Space Temples, it doesn't matter where you are, because I know how it feels to be a new account, and you've got very limited champions. I'd hate for you to die, have no champions left, then what are you going to do? It may deter you from playing the game. It's going to just affect you in the fact that you may have to pay, or you're just going to have to wait a crap load of time before you can do anything. So don't make the same mistake I did, no, because it was a real stinger. I got past it by the skin of my teeth, and my wish is that it doesn't happen to anybody else. So, if you're in Space Temples and this thing is going to go wrong, exit, work on your formation, and then get past it that way. Don't make the mistake I did by letting the bottle register and then putting in a second team that had some gear that wasn't enhanced but it should have been. And with that said, guys, I'm going to leave you in peace. Thanks for watching. See you soon.